You know, how can we respond so emotionally and so intuitively to music if it isn't something that's really deeply embedded in our biology? How could that be? I don't understand how that can be. We really do need to go and look at the fossil record. What we can try to deduce is the evolution of the vocal tract, the evolution of the body, because the first musical instrument we had, probably the most important one we still have, is the human body.
The discovery of part of Neanderthal's vocal tract led Mython to a theory.
Here we can see a cast of a Neanderthal skull, and you can see in many ways it looks almost identical to this one here. This is Homo sapiens. This is you and me. We're close cousins. You know, we shared an ancestor just 500,000 years ago, and they were probably able to make as wide a range of vocalizations as we could. Probably sounded a little bit differently. You know, they had these great big noses, and it was probably a much more sort of nasal sound. But nevertheless, a fantastic array of sounds, just as we could today. Some were saying that it's just that they had language, and that's what that vocal tract had evolved for. But, you know, when you look at how they're behaving and the artefacts they're making, I don't think there's any signs of language there at all.
Some experts disagree. But Mython argues there's no evidence that Neanderthal developed more advanced tools in a way that would have required language. Nor does he see proof that they use symbols.
Language is a system of symbols, and there is no evidence at all for them having to make any material symbols. So we don't have any paintings, we don't have any carvings, we don't have any figurative art. Now, if they weren't using language, what are they using these fantastic vocal tracts for? So I think the vocal tract was being used for singing mainly, for making music. So I think they had a sophisticated form of communication that was based not on words, but what I'd call holistic phrases. Okay? It's a musical phrase, but doesn't break down into separate little meanings, like each note or has a different meaning. It just means a complete meaning in itself. And then, indeed, I think this wasn't only used by the Neanderthals, but used by the direct ancestors of Homo sapiens in Africa. And it's from this ancient communication system that our capacities for language and for music evolved. I think they probably had a lot of movement in it as well. The gesture, body posture, merging into dance.